got a frying pan on to heat up, and in the meantime I'm going to prep my steak. So I'm just doing this for one person, so I've just got one little Scotch fillet steak here, but you can use, you know, whatever steak you like. And because we're chopping it up quite fine, you know, it doesn't matter if it's not the most tender cut, because it's going to just be small pieces. So I'm just trimming off kind of any kind of really chunky fatty bits. So we'll just chop into kind of strips, or you could do cubes, you know, whatever you like really. And then I've got some corn flour or cornstarch, or you could use just regular plain flour if you want. I'm just trying to keep it gluten-free, so just a tablespoon in there, and we'll pop in a little bit of salt and some pepper. And I usually not bother about kind of dusting meat in flour before I fried it, but I've actually found that for the first couple of times I made this, it actually makes a lovely crust on the meat, and it makes a big difference actually. So it's not that much hassle for a bit of golden crust. So pan's feeling fairly warm, so we'll get some oil in. We just want to shallow fry the meat, so you want enough oil to cover the bottom. Test a little piece of meat, so shake off the flour, and that's starting to sizzle fairly well. I might just leave it a few more minutes before I put the rest in, but that's kind of the best way to tell whether it's hot, if you just put a little bit in to see how quickly it starts to sizzle. Okay, so we'll get the rest of the meat in now. That should be hot enough. So I'll just leave that for a minute or so on that side. Make sure it's all in the oil. Starting to brown, so I'll just kind of turn each piece over. And the great thing with this is, you know the meat's cooked when it looks brown. Okay, so that's probably been another minute, and everything's looking pretty crisp and starting to go golden brown actually. So I'm just going to turn that off the heat, get it out, and I've scoop it out, and I've just got some paper towel there to drain the excess fat. Lovely and flavoursome, and then we're ready pretty much to serve up. So I'm just going to make a quick little dressing. So we want about half a tablespoon, so a couple of teaspoons of balsamic vinegar. If I was making this for more people, I'd use more vinegar. This is just for one. And then about half a tablespoon of olive oil, so just to make a really small little dressing. Tiny bit of salt in, give it a whisk. And then I'm just going to toss I've got some ricotta or arugula leaves that I picked from the garden. Yeah, and I'm really excited about having them actually. So all we're going to do is get some ricotta. So I've just used a ricotta in a tub. So a couple of generous scoops and spread it out on the plate. And this makes a really lovely creamy kind of base for the salad. Then I've got the meat, so I'm just going to pop that on the top. And then finally we're just going to finish it off with rocket leaves kind of on the side there. And some pepper. My dinner's ready.